I'm Octavious South Perry. This is me.
This is me. This is me. Yeah. This is me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode of This Is Me. I am your host, D. Curtis, joined with my co-host,
Patrick J. Talker.
and on today's episode of This Is Me, we have no other but Mr. Perry. You guys are in for a treat. Mr. Perry. Who is Mr. Perry, or what does it mean? What does it mean being Mr. Perry?
Actually, the name is actually Getawe, but you know the vibe people now. When we go to school, we sometimes put some slangs on our name to make it look pretty.
You gotta be quick.
Yeah, you gotta be quick. So my grandfather actually fought the Korean War, and when he went to fight that war, I think his general was called General Perry, and because of that, he was so strong and powerful, and they believe in Africa. They believe in these voodoos and these jujus, and this, he had this big sword. He was so powerful in fighting. So when the general died, the American general died, General Perry died. They put that name on my grandfather. So when he went back to Cape Mount, he has his own village, and people call him Perry. So even though we are Getawe, but someone decided to take the Getawe that went to school decided to take the Perry name. Like Esmo Getawe, he remained with Getawe, but I'm Perry, so I decided to take the Perry. So that's me. I was born in a little village in Grand Cape Mount County, Tewa District, a place called Manjah. I actually started as a Muslim. I went to Arabic school. Actually, I'm a triplet. We were three that was born on 3 different days. My sister was born first. In fact, my mother, when she was pregnant, you have to walk like 2 villages to reach to the clinic. So when she went to the clinic, she had my sister. There was no ultrasound, so she decided to come back to the village. When she came to the village, the next day she had my brother. So that day she had my brother. In the middle of the night, she wanted to ease herself to the bathroom. Keep my bathroom. It's like a hot,
Bathroom.
So I'm a hole at the back. But the good thing about me, the blessing is this: instead of her using the hole to ease herself, she used the gravel to ease herself.
Oh, wow.
Easing herself, I came.
Wow.
On the third day, I really don't know my birthday. I just know the month area, so I decided to take my own birthday when I was in the 7th grade.
Man, you were triple, you were born different days. So who the younger that I want us?
You know the vibe people. This is what the vibe people do. I'm South. I should actually be basic, which means the last, right? But the vibe people do differently. You that come last, you are the first. So they take it from the back. Like for example, if you were walking in the darkness, and where we put your child, the child will be in front, right? And you will be at the back protecting the child. So they believe that the elder one, the stronger twin, always stay at the back to push the younger one in front. So they gave me that first name as Sao. My sister and my brother became Zina.
Okay. Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So since that gravel falling down to you, been walking in front.
I didn't go back there. My dad at 3 years old sent me to like 4 villages that were to learn Quran. I could not learn the Quran. I could not memorize it. So one day he checked and somebody told him that your son is called Invad, they call it Pomo. This boy is a Pomo Meke. Yes.
What does it mean?
It means like one man, so that's civilized man.
Okay.
So this man, a civilized man. Because of that, he took me away from that place and then sent me to school. I started going to school in 1983. I think I was like 10 years old. I didn't know my age that time. Because what we do was you put your hand on your head, and when then you go to school. If your head cannot touch your ear, you
don't know. Why are we still talking about hands going across the ear to determine whether age to go to school? Tell us about your upbringing in Liberia. How was it?
Very rough, very, very rough. my parents are very, very poor. So I started school in my village, but for some reason they said that I was very smart. I don't remember anything. But I mean, from 1983 to 1986, I was in the sixth grade. I don't know how I managed. I can't tell you what I learned in ABC. I can't tell you in first grade. I can't tell you anything I learned down there. From there, when I passed through the seventh grade, in my whole district, they had only one high school. So I used to play soccer. So right after the soccer game one day, one guy came to our village to play. But from our sport, I asked him, I said, can I go with you? Because I graduated from the sixth grade, and this is my report card. I won't be able to go to school anymore if you don't take me. So he decided, okay, let's go. So I followed him to my Raw Sport. And I practically live on my own in Raw Sport going to school. I used to go to Fantin Town, a place where Fantin people are, and steal the fish. Steal the Fantin fish, sell the fish, and
You've
then
also been inside the area.
buy my shoes, buy some kind of clothes, like that, and go to school the next day. And I did the seventh grade, the eighth grade like that. Doing everything for myself. They imagine a seventh grade child, paying their own way to school. So when I passed to the grade 9, my uncle decided to take me to Morovia. When I went to Morovia, at the grade 9, they decided I should go to, which was very painful for me. As a matter of fact, I topped my class in the grade 8, going to grade 9. So reaching to Morovia, a small boy like this, you have to do the washing of the clothes, you have to wash the dishes, you have to clean your house, you have to do everything. Then you have to go to school at night. I did that through 1989 until the war came. So when I passed to the 10th grade, the war came. I went to Central High School before the war. So when the war came, we all scattered. And that's the time God started blessing me. I started going to preschool. I went to almost all the school, Morovia preschool. I went to MC preschool. I went to all over the place because it was free. And luckily, I got stuck to SDA, and I graduated from SDA High School, 1993, 1994.
So, Mr. Perry, during those periods you just mentioned, from the village to Monrovia and having to fend almost for yourself growing up, what one thing do you remember as a souvenir that you still got special from those periods?
Respect whatever situation that you find yourself in. Whether it's bad, good, respect that situation and work hard. Whatever thing they gave you, if they give you broom to sweep there very well. When I washing my dishes those days, dishes well. When I washing my family, my relative clothes, the clothes, it was like I used to be under the clothes. People pass by our house. Our house was on the main road. They were like, "Are you going to finish washing those clothes?" But guess what? I did it to the best of my ability.
Actually, man, what memory, what one thing, what event that happened during that period that you still remember, you still think of fondly?
What I can remember is doing it when the Civil War came. When they said, being that I was so, I love my family. I love people that I'm with. I was passing by my other uncle. He was a police officer. When I was passing by the house, I heard a noise upstairs. And when I heard the noise, being so caring, I decided to go up there and find out what's the noise for. When I knocked the door, I entered. I saw rebels in the house. They attacked him, put him under the bed, and they tabay me too. And they are like, "Oh, you know what? You guys keep going here. This Davis here. He's a bad guy in his yard. He has gun, and we keep to take that gun." And I had no knowledge. After they suffered us a lot, they ransacked our whole house. They brought downstairs to kill us. This is the thing. They wanted to kill us upstairs. But I told them, no, take us downstairs. I really wanted to come down so other people will see us. They're like, if we don't see that gun down there, we're going to kill you guys down there. So they brought us downstairs. They opened the storage, they didn't find a gun. And then now they pour against the wall to kill us. But luckily for me, the Vital Society came around. Almost everybody came around, shouting, crying, how they're going to kill us, So the only thing they could do was to pull her down and give her 25 lashes each. And they left. Up to now, I still got a mark on my hand, the tabi.
That is something to remember.
That's scary.
That's
scary, yeah. It is scary.
And I can see why, up to today's day, you would still remember it because you carry the scar.
Oh, yes.
On your hand and stuff like that. While you were answering that question, you make mention about, family. You care about family. Tell us a little bit about your family, your immediate family, I would say.
My dad had two wives. We are serving from my dad. One of my brother just passed away like a few years back. You
All
know,
right.
yeah. So, but that's my direct family. But apart from that, a lot of family. My brother is Morovia, he's a police officer, and then the other ones are in the village. They come up and down.
So, Mr. Perry,
Mhm.
are you married?
Yeah. I'm married to a beautiful woman called Alicia Era. My wife is here. She's here. We got two kids. My son is PJ Octavious Perry Jr. and my daughter, Zora Perry. They are very loving, and apart from that, I got actually two set of twins. My first set of kids, they are twins. They are both on January 6th. And my second set of twins is a boy. And my second set of kids, they are also twins. I think they are taking after their dad. So, it's a
You just took it right off my lips.
Michelle and Michael, people that they are very loving and they are very smart. So yeah, they live in Sierra Leone. I try to get them over here very soon.
Who is this here?
Okay, yes, that's my wife down there, and then that's my son down here, PJ. PJ is my son here. My daughter.
Patrick, you felt the swift in the voice right there.
Oh no, the boy,
How you guys did it?
they kind of just came up.
Yeah,
The voice changed.
that's what went right there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm very, very proud of you guys. Look how I did this thing. This is PJ. PJ. It's a miracle child. PJ is a miracle child. When we got married, we could not have a child at all. We did almost everything. My wife had fibroid. We decided to do surgery. Actually wanted to try just by having kids. Like we could not. We tried by all means. So we went to do the surgery. She had a fibroid on both tubes. So we removed it. So she had like very, very slim chance of having kids. So when all odd went around, we forget about getting pregnant. Boom, PJ came. Exactly.
I have a feeling that CJ would be the one to bring the triplet.
PJ.
PJ would be the one to bring the triplet.
Yeah, he might be the one to bring.
It's possible. It's written on in their face though. The man is very quiet, like apart from what I see, and you never know. From what I heard, quiet guys.
Maybe I'm Eta and Nathan maybe because they had the two. Maybe they might be able to bring down the.
No, the man speak now how the PJ speak. Man. PJ got how speak. Who growing up as a young person from your voice distance so far? Who in the family really made an impact on your life? The most impact.
Let me see. My mom, of course. She did everything for me. Even now, she's still alive, and I still support her wherever she is. I tried to bring her across, but because of her age, she could not come. So my real mother came. I wanted to send her to Mecca, even I'm not a Muslim. She could not go because of her age. She's really, really old now. I pay people to take care of her. She's in a village right now. She's almost 100 years old. She's very, very old. But people that, like, she told somebody, like, she wanted me to go because she wanted to say bye-bye to me. And I told her, I'm not going because I don't want to tell bye to me.
Yeah. It would be emotional, though. What does this person
Oh my God, Patrick. You brought something up. This guy here, the father figure. This is the man that did everything for me. This is the man that made me to be who I am today. This guy that when all was against me, he actually came there. Like, when I told you about the night school, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he came and saw the potential in me, he's my sister's husband. When he saw the potential in me and saw my report card, he's like, "Zao, what are you doing?" So he took me to SDA. And that very day he took me to SDA, I can still remember, to take this entrance. I'm like, Uncle Louis, if you take me to SDA, we're going to pay the school fee. It's too expensive over there. He said, don't worry about it. He took me to SDA. I took the entrance. And then he was giving to him. He was really, really happy that I passed both English and math. My test. and he put me to SDS High School, and he stood by me. He brought, oh my God, he did almost everything for me to be who I am today. I reached to a point where I was teaching teachers. Before I go out to do my presentation, he would guide me. He says a teacher. Before I go out to teach my teachers, he would guide me like, do it like this, do it like. He was a mentor. He was a father. He was everything to me. He did extremely well for me. He's my dad.
What is one thing you miss from Gambia, Mr. Perry?
Ministry. Ministry is something like it's like part of me. It is something that I do without sweating. You know, it is something that I do without preparing. Like if you call me to come and preach in your church today, I don't need to study anything. I just pray. You know, in the Gambia, you know, it was like that. Gambia, I stood, you know, I stood against Yaya Jami when there was a time where they were forcing us to teach Arabic in my school, and because of that, we closed our school down for a full year. You know,
I remember that incident. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then we got a letter from him. In fact, the following year when we wanted to open the school, he made us to release the dove of peace. You know, because that's how he realized our school and said that we are all allowed to do whatever we want to do in our school as private school.
That's nice.
One more picture I got for you. I really want to know. I know Patrick don't want to know, but I want to know what was going on here.
Oh, I wish you were not asleep. I wanted to come and, you know, we my wife and myself, we went to take some photo shot, and then you know, we decided African love kiss, you know. That's his love kiss.
African love kiss, more of this.
Yes, that's the vibe kiss. You know what? That's the vibe kissing.
Love ball.
I told you that my father said I'm a pomo. You know,
not small pomo thing doing here.
So, Mr. Perry, compliment her on that kiss you just received.
You are my anchor. You are my root. You are my strength. You are my uplifter. I believe in you. I love you. Thank you for accepting me who I am. Love you, baby.
Hey,
Wow, that's one thing.
That one kiss, but I know he said you my uncle or you my wedding. You are my uncle.
You know, this is the thing.
My root. Which one?
This is the thing. This is in Darlington and Patrick. In life, people say you have to pick a battle, but this lady has stood by me to thick and thin. I've hurt her, and she has forgiven me that nothing ever happened. She has stood by me through so many hustles. And you know, she has helped me to be you know, to see my dream fulfilled. When it's like that woman, the Bible talks about like bring a vision to her, and then she help you to make vision blossom. She's like that. She far educated in nursing. You know, she's nurse. She got a master's degree in nursing. You know, I'm not in that part. I got a master's degree in something else. But she like that. But she's so humble. She more money than me, but guess what? She's so humble. You know, like, you know, I'm the husband, I'm the head of the house, you know, like that. So because of that, I respect her for that.
That's amazing. That goes along with y'all the young ladies that start making how to call it. You're buying a red bottle and shenene. Then you're thinking you're hearing it from Mr. Perry himself. Mr. Perry, speaking about that, how did you guys meet?
We met on Christian Empire. We started communicating. You know, she came to the Gambia to see me with her dad and see what we do and see our ministry, you know, like that. And she was also strongly involved in Christian ministry in here. That's
amazing.
And then when she came to Gambia, we got engaged in the Gambia, you know. But I can tell you, I wronged her several ways, you know, because I wanted to eat my cake before I have it.
So basically, you're some of the pioneers of the .com love.
Yes. And be like for 2000 up to now, it's still going strong.
And things still moving fine as you guys hear it.
I remember those Power One days, yeah. I mean, yes,
you know it's right. Carol Avenue, right? Yes, Paramount. Yes, that's the place there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are watching This Is Me. Don't go nowhere. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
The jubilation and celebration. Are you planning a wedding, celebrating an anniversary, or a graduation party? How about that crowd-pulling concert? Book D. Curtis now for an unforgettable experience. With D. Curtis as your master of ceremony, your event is guaranteed to leave an impression. Book now. Book D. Curtis at bookdcurtis2018gmail.com or call 804-714-7850. D. Curtis, your event is his business.
Hey, before you leave, don't forget to subscribe, hit the button, share, let people know. This is me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to This Is Me. We've learned a lot about Mr. Perry thus far, and now we're going to test Mr. Perry's ability to be able to dissect pictures and tell us, or anything for that matter, that, you know, will come across. Mr. Perry, you ready for this?
Ready?
Tucker, you ready for this?
Let's see what you got, Chief.
All right. Let's see here.
You know what? I think he's a genius.
Why?
This guy's a genius. Yes.
Why?
You know, he's a genius. Because what can you put in that tire? Tell me. What can you put in that? Air, right? Where the air coming from? What is actually you know?
I know, man. Look at him, small job.
You see that? The man is really good. Because I can remember doing this thing here. And then it will come with this heavy force and it will fall in your mouth and your job will get tired. Yeah, right. That's it, Patrick. Oh, yeah.
Wow. What in there?
Oh, my God.
What did you do?
I think the guy got a step that he climb on before he can go to the toilet up there. That could be the king's bathroom.
The man on a pedestal.
Yeah, so when the man sitting up there, he can give instruction down. You know, bring me the tissue. When you see that small, you got small tissue down there, so that tissue might finish soon. So when instead of him reaching to him and smell something, you can. I mean, that is difficult to tell.
Both of you, let's say the scenario. Imagine you got it on your stomach.
Wow. But you know what? I might not reach up there though. You'll just stop at face basic.
I'm telling you, would you like to hear from the type of man who get it toilet?
Yes.
Patrick, you want to hear from the man who get it toilet?
I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
Let's hear from the man who get it toilet. Let him explain what the toilet is all about.
It was because the social media is a big enterprise. It's a whole universe. Okay. And in addition to that, even in our small social groups, we use a lot of apparatus to communicate. So I seek to vocalize my ideas in parlance and words that will be commensurate with my ideology, with my standing, with my thinking. And sometimes I think that to vocalize in plenitude or simplicity would tend to commit atrocity against the university. And so one has to understand that, for me, I have elected a long time ago that I will never be a victim of what you call hippopoto-monstral sexobilian phobic.
What does that mean? That one eludes me.
Well, these are people who are afraid of long words.
Okay.
You know, I am a.
How do you call it?
I am a sexcopedian.
Okay.
So no, the word
is. And then those who are afraid of long words.
What is hippopoto monstral sexcopediophobic?
Okay.
so you know, so you're laughing, but this is serious business.
Yeah, no, it is. And so
when I indulge into my epiology,
well, you have now, folks.
But what the hip hop family do to the man and man can't
The man no book. The man only
Wow.
broke the power and all.
That man was just explaining that whole toilet how that toilet worked. So you still not understand?
No.
You know, you still not understand.
I need a whole semester to get that.
Well,
Man, no coach.
I'm going to get to my hypoponosis. Don't worry, your computer get on button. We'll put it back on. All right, Mr. Perry and our viewing audience. It's been an amazing time getting to know Mr. Perry. We're going to dive deeper into your professional life. Can you please elaborate on more about what you do?
So right now I'm a nurse. I do different kind of job in my nurse. I've gone so far in my nursing career. Right now I'm a clinical nurse manager. I manage a building over maybe 200 staff, and then over maybe about 500 patients. You know, so that's what I do with passion. I do with love of God. You know, and I also went ahead and got a master in healthcare administration because I want to go into the administrative aspect of nursing. You know, so that's what I do right now.
What has been some of the challenges, you know, in your field, especially when we're talking about Sister Corona?
It's been a very, very heavy challenge in the industry in nursing. But you also put up on this pedestal wherein we have to really show the world our heart. Not only doing it for the money, but like we really care. You know, this is a job that it's like you're going to the battlefront. It's like you're going thinking that I might die at the battlefront today.
Wow.
When I get up to go to work, my mind is like I might get a coronavirus today because I'm an active frontliner. But since March or so, I've been working with active corona patients every day. I go to work. I see there's not a day I've seen March. There's not a day I've not seen an active corona patient. Most my love patient have died from corona. So many co-worker nurses I'm seeing that I work with suffer from corona. You know, I had like 2 nurses that died from coronavirus.
Wow.
So I actively work with the disease.
Wow. Wow.
So it's been a big challenge. One of the challenges also, like in every industry, you find some challenges. One of our main challenges is our PPE, our personal protective equipment. You know, sometimes it's very challenging. Sometimes you have to use one equipment for the whole shift. You know, or so at the beginning we're using it for the week.
Wow.
They will give you a gown. They want you to use it and spray and use it the next day. You know, I'm sure that was why this disease spread really rapidly because, you know, they were making also use of my one equipment for like maybe 2 days or maybe a whole week. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for that sacrifice, man.
Thank you for your service and stay safe out there, Mr. Perry.
Yeah. Talk to us about this. What's this right here? What's going on here?
Okay. Wow, that's good. This one 2 years back, my region decided to pick me as the regional nurse of the year, and I won that. Won that for the year. I was taken out to Texas, you know, for the whole time to meet with other regional leaders. You know, yes, it was exciting. It was actually to win the regional nurse of the central region. You know, so I won that award for the whole central region.
When I first saw the check, I was like,
somebody like me.
Let me try and cover the thing that makes something out. When I get woman, I like saying,
that's not money. That's not money. But yes, actually, I got it came with $1,000. You know, it came with $1,000. But that that money something on the side just one million thanks. But it came with $1,000 cash benefit. You know. I'm very, very grateful for, you know, but you know, I won, and like I don't know, I couldn't even imagine winning things like that. I mean, from the village, Cape Town, you know, someone that struggled to go to school, someone that everything was on the all side of him, to come into United States and win regional nurse of the year, a black man like me, a man from Africa, a man from Liberia. That was, I was.
If not you, then who, Mr. Perry? That's what I would say.
Yes, I mean,
you said something at the very initial state of the interview. You said everything that you had to do, you did it
with passion.
Well, with passion. Those were the preparation for the bigger things that are ahead of you today. So, this is a learning moment for all of us that are watching. Never despise the days of little beginning. It could be washing the glass. It could be folding papers. And that same attitude that you developed years back, that's what, you maintained, stayed with you, and you came to America. And like you said, even though you were in a position of a leadership, you didn't have to do some of these things that you were doing. But, you went down low, you did it, and people were watching. Do you know what it means to be the employee for a whole region?
Like I said again, if not you, then who? Because I don't know if anyone more deserving of this. Whatever more it can be, then you've come a long way.
Yeah,
good question.
I'm very grateful. I'm humble. This award really humbled me. It made me to really look at my life and say, you know what, if God can do this for me, He can do it for anybody.
Good question. Well, while we're talking about career, if you're doing what you're doing right now, what other thing do you think you'll be doing? What did you dream of as a child that you would like to do?
Ministry. Right now, I started two businesses, and all is geared toward ministry. I got a business in Rwanda. I also got a farm in Rwanda, about 20 kilometers from Kigali. I got a few employees in Kigali itself. I got like 10 employees, 20 kilometers. I got like 5 employees taking care of pigs. I got a business in Liberia, and we do mineral water. Even that is it's not yet profitable, but I mean we do it there. We have it there. That what I use the money from there to pay kids school fees in Liberia, and also in the Gambia. That's what we do right now. It's called Clear Heart. Clear Heart Business Incorporated.
Congrats, and
I've never been to Kigali. You're not believe it. I've never been there.
What influenced you though? What got you?
I did a volunteer teaching youth ministry. I'm a volunteer online youth ministry. I teach youth around the world. In fact, I started my youth ministry here, but for some reason I don't know what I don't know what I'm doing right. But it cannot go ahead. I will start a youth ministry. We'll go ahead, boom, and it will just fall down. So I started one in Kigali, and one of my my leader in Kigali came out of college and he was not doing nothing. So I asked him, what can we do? You out. I know you love ministry, but not as Africa. There's nothing doing. What you want to do? He said, I want to buy shoe from the Chinese and resell it. So I asked him, how much for the shoe that you want to buy? He said, $350. He said, the starting cost might be $350. I said, okay, give me some time. I'll raise this money and send it to you to buy the shoes. Some time passed by. He never came back to ask me because I wanted to see if you're going to be pressurizing me. Mm-hmm. What happened? He didn't come. So I called him one day. I'm like, Fabrice, what's up with the business you told me about? Are you still interested? He said, you know what? I've changed my mind. I want us to do pig industry. And I want us to do real estate. And I said, okay, let's start with the pig industry. And right now, Kigali is a growing, Rwanda is a growing country. If you start a business, you're going to move. So we started with the pig in the village, and then, little bit it's growing. We just bought our full plot of land in Kigali. It's in the capital city of Rwanda, and we're trying to put houses on it and settle houses. Yeah,
that's smart. Business move.
Now your pig neck and born little pig baby. You can get bacon. You can get pig cheese. You can get all the Chinese shoe. The people are coming to arrest you here, Mr. Perry. The Chinese made one with you. They're gonna arrest you there.
For selling plastic shoe, eh?
Right, I know, right?
I said Chinese shoe to the people. They put down warehouse for the high money. They walk in, then they heal Libya, then they go in front. Come see on TV.
Yeah, I don't want to be. They tabbed me before. I don't want to be tabbed
You
anymore.
won't get away again on TV.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've been having an amazing time here with Mr. Perry. Mr. Perry, the next section we're going to be going to is called the rapid fire question. These are questions where we need quick answers.
He's not smart. When you say don't smart role before, you know what you're doing.
Yeah. All the night classes now where you've been taking, I turn up and bring it by, right?
Let me try. What I can still remember, I'm 47 years old. So
excuses.
I don't even know whether my age is right because I took my birth by myself.
That's another thing again.
Don't worry.
The no one from first grade to sixth grade, you ain't learn anything.
I know, right? I learned nothing.
All right, Mr. Perry, you ready?
I'm ready.
What is that one thing you will add to your bucket list?
One thing that my heart desire, I want the world. I want to be able to be a renowned evangelist.
Moving on. What's your favorite TV channel?
So I watch ID nonstop. If I'm on CNN, it's ID.
Okay, ID, great. How many keys do you have on your key chain or key ring?
I don't know. If how many minutes you give me to answer the question?
Yeah,
You know it fast.
I'm gonna say my office key, my office key, my downtown nursing key, office key, my administrator key. I got a 3 key right there. I told them to make it 1 and make it. They still got 3. My house key, I got 2 key to my house. My car key, my wife's car key.
Where you carry your web car key to?
But you know what? Sometimes when I car break down and she called me out of it,
They make a borrow car.
and I can borrow that too. You see that?
I agree.
Let me tell you a secret. My wife used to drive touring. Jeep. Touring. So it was getting older. So I said, okay, let me buy you a car. So I bought my Jeep Wrangler. I really wanted a Jeep Wrangler. So
you bought it for yourself and give it to her.
and what I decided to do, let me buy her the Jeep Renegade. She might like the Jeep Renegade, so I can take my Jeep Wrangler. I went and bought a Jeep Renegade and she refused it. Oh, I don't want that. I will keep it. So now she still got the Jeep Wrangler and I'm driving with the Jeep Renegade. And guess what? I went and bought orange color. But
So you famous.
So you're driving around with orange?
oh yes, everybody know me. At my work, everybody when they see me, they want to. I'm like, I don't even know your car, but you don't know my car. Everybody know my car at work.
You famous.
But I'm always borrowing a car.
Where were you this same time yesterday?
I was getting ready for work yesterday at this time. Because this is not the moment I get ready for work.
Okay. Cooking or baking?
I love cooking.
Say that again.
I love cooking. Guess what? You know those days when we cook. What do we eat all and Kun say, man, you can eat all the food. Because Kun want you to cook and keep some. And I'm not like,
So
we're gonna eat it.
the lead corn.
Yes, Kun, you will say, man, why eat all the food, man? I'm like, you know what? When we cook Kun, we're gonna eat it. We cannot keep anything here. This is man house.
What is better, being organized or paying attention to details?
Organization really. I would be wrong if I say it don't matter to me, but I love to pay attention to detail because my line of work, a bit of mistake you make, somebody gonna die. What the medication gave me right. I want to go through. I want to see did the nurses do what they're supposed to do. That patient I made it yesterday. Did they do everything? Because I don't want the lawsuit to come. Did they cross all their teeth? Did they dot all their I's? I make sure I review all their admissions. I go and see the patients. Like that. So that's what I do. I pay attention to detail. Make sure that detail thing is actually done.
What is the one thing you believed as a child but later on realized that it was fake?
I told my uncle was a high man.
Tell the people what a hame is.
Because I haven't had that work for a long time.
We believe that people go around killing people to sell their parts. And people that do those things, we call it hame.
So talk to me about that. What exactly made you think your uncle was a hame?
My uncle was black and huge. So when I see him, I'm so scared, like that. So people when people talk about Jaime, as soon talk about Jaime, a picture
The
comes from,
image comes to your mind.
and secondly also he was a hunter. That's what the whole thing. He got a gun. That's my gun. Oh my God, I don't want to see it because it comes to a transition when the uncle killed the meat, you own the head because you are the nephew. So I'll be scared to go and collect the head because every time he killed deer, they will call me to go collect the head. And I don't want to go there because I'm scared.
You know what they have in horse.
Yeah, I told you the high man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching This Is Me.
Oh boy, man.
E. Curtis, your host, and Patrick Tucker. I hope your uncle or your auntie now her man or her woman to you. If I grow up, I think I won't be a her man. That sounds like a good job.
You don't want to go work in the government. Yeah, man for them. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Perry. One more question here, and you give your closing remarks. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching This Is Me. If you know of anyone that you would love to see on This Is Me, feel free to make a recommendation. Or if you yourself would love to be on This Is Me, feel free to inbox us right here. Mr. Perry, if you were the president of the Republic of Liberia, what is the one thing that you would do to improve the condition or the standard of living in Liberia?
Corruption will be my number one enemy. I will give everybody what they deserve. Make sure that people that work in my government get what they deserve. My brother is a police officer. He made $150 a month. What do you think you will do with that? His children's school fees, how to pay it. The kids' school fees alone, the books are more than $150. How will you pay $150? Monthly salary? He's going to be corrupt. He's going to be there stopping people's car to get money from them. But guess what? When I set his salary and pay him his salary, if I set that police officer salary and pay him, those tax collectors at the market, I set their salary and pay them, and I get involved in corruption, that's how I would deal with them.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. This is me. You've heard and learned a lot about Mr. Perry. Mr. Perry, it was a pleasure having you on This Is Me. If you haven't yet liked our page or subscribed to the YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so because there is more to come. This is me.
This is me. Yeah. No one else can tell my story. No one else but me. Oh, yeah. This is me. This is me, yeah. Get to know who I am from me, 'cause this is me.
I would like you guys to interview people like Kiatamba. Abdullah Kiatamba.
Okay.
Kiatamba.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy from Minnesota, the guy that help Liberians to get their papers right. I went to New York, Washington D.C. to make sure Liberians actually get their papers straight. He's part of that. He's a very nice guy, and I think he got a very good vision for Liberia. Someone like that, I would want I want other Liberians to learn from him. He's somebody that I would really like for you guys to talk to.
We're optimistic and certain that your story will inspire and motivate someone out there to chase their dream. So why not share it right here on This Is Me?